Hello, and welcome to Stupid Topics and Dilemmas, the podcast where we talk about, yes, you guessed it, stupid topics and dilemmas. I'm your host, Chris Hoyles. Joining me, we have a man who prefers toilet paper rolled from the front, Mr. Ben Hoyles.
Hello, hello.
Also joining me today, we have a man who prefers toilet paper rolled from the back, Mr. David Smolin.
That's a goddamn lie.
All right, guys, so I have a bit of a controversial topic for us, and that is Big Pharma. Probably the most controversial subject about Big Pharma is the ads they choose to run. And now we're all familiar with the ads Big Pharma runs, and the main problem I have with them is they're just so positively negative. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's about a minute and a half of them reading about the worst side effects you could possibly imagine in the most happiest voice you could think of, right?
Yeah.
And then while they're doing this, it's just a video of a couple walking down a boardwalk, smiling and going fishing and playing chess with their loved
talking about
ones.
death the whole time.
While they're talking about how you could have severe liver failure and scoliosis and thoughts of suicide.
The first 10 seconds is, the problem and how to fix the problem. The last 40 seconds is how you should consult your doctor because you may possibly die.
Yep.
Yeah. They always say, ask your doctor so you can definitely take this.
Yeah, I have a problem with that. Big Pharma, they're playing with our minds,
Yeah.
They set us up for success, and then they just put us down with thoughts of suicide.
They always have weird names for the drugs, too.
True.
That's true. Who's naming this stuff? One thing I noticed is that, why are they having to advertise this miracle of a drug? Why don't the doctors already prescribe it?
That's true. The doctors should know about it if it's that good. They should tell me to take it, not the ads.
Yep, exactly. If they were advertising, they should advertise stuff that's over the counter, not stuff that you need to ask your doctor about.
Yeah, they should advertise just better Tylenol and stuff. Just a couple extra milligrams.
Yeah.
I will say the symptoms are always the same.
Yeah.
Either causes death or you've got really funny dreams and depression.
Yeah.
It's always funny because the ones that treat depression also cause depression.
Exactly.
That's the other thing I never understood. The depression drugs, why do you have to ask a doctor for that? Because anybody who struggles with depression needs the depression drug, but anybody who doesn't struggle with depression could probably also use some more happiness in their life. So everyone
Most
can
depressed
use
people I know just drink.
Exactly. And there's no downside to being a little less depressed. So why don't we all just take Xanax?
I think a lot of people are.
But why is it over the counter? Why can't we just go into the Walmart and pick that up? That's what I want.
Probably addiction or something.
Yeah.
I always love the imagery. They always have one of them that stuck with me is this lady holds up a smiley face in front of her face and she's very sad behind it. She's just going to her daughter's dance recital holding a smiley face in front of her, crying.
The poor lady.
That's really bad.
Well,
they'll have really cheery words the whole time.
I mean, I don't know if the drug's going to help that, though. If your daughter's not great at dancing, it's not going to help.
Maybe that is what it is. She just really hates watching her daughter dance.
I like the ones associated with AIDS and HIV, and they always have the most stereotypical homosexual males. They're doing ballet.
I actually never noticed that, Ben.
Yeah, it's
I never noticed that they were homosexual. I always thought they were just normal people.
No, they'll put in the most stereotypical homosexuals.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means they have like.
Ben, please describe a very stereotypical homosexual.
Yeah,
I
describe a
just did.
stereotypical
I
homosexual
just did.
man.
They're doing like they're doing ballet and like crocheting and like
That's
drama.
disgusting.
See, that's what a normal person does, in my opinion.
Exactly.
That's what we at Stupid Topics and Dilemmas think. But Big Pharma doesn't think that way. They're like, let's bait the fish on the hook.
I see what you're saying. The boomers running Xanax.
Yeah.
They don't like the gays.
Well, they like the gays. They just see them as one type of person.
I see. They don't know very many of the gay people.
No, they don't get around too much.
They need to broaden their
Probably
horizons.
Yeah.
Probably took too much Xanax and was happy sitting at home. That's what it is.
Yeah, we're happy with whatever we come up with for this commercial.
They aren't putting themselves out there and meeting new people. That's the issue.
Let's make 10 seconds of comments or like 10 seconds of content and then 80 seconds worth of reading off the symptoms that you could experience. That'll do.
So let's pretend that we made a drug, right? And we gotta figure out what the symptoms are. All right. I would just throw in some fake symptoms in there just to make it sound like it's a cool drug, right? Of course, you just say may cause. That way, you're not guaranteeing the symptoms, but so may cause you to levitate. Like I'd buy that.
That's a bonus, really.
Well,
Yeah.
but I'm not too certain that I will be able to levitate, so it might be a waste of money. Maybe we give.
Well, that's not why you're buying it. You're really buying. What are we buying this drug for, Chris?
Oh yeah.
What are we fixing?
What is the
Incontinence.
Incontinence? Oh
So-
God.
I keep peeing when I don't mean to pee.
Yes.
I
Okay.
keep peeing on accident, basically.
Well, the most obvious one is it causes kidney stones, but that's not fun.
No, you need to think of a more fun way to say it.
Yeah, I need to think of a fun
But
one.
I'm saying, like, maybe we say it will cause this. Like, instead of it may cause, like, it will cause levitation. And
It's just a bonus that you're
Yeah.
not buying it for.
it will cause you to lose weight.
Well, first, before we can go over the symptoms, we need to find out what the person is doing, right? So the person in the commercials, they always have some sort of job. They're a builder or,
Yes.
an artist or something like that.
Urologist.
Yes.
It's a
So-
urologist.
So we'll make our incontinence person. What's like the worst time to
I
have
know.
incontinence?
I have a perfect idea. They're playing a game of water balloons.
What?
Is that the carnival?
Yeah, they're at the carnival.
Or
They're
what if,
throwing
what if
water
they're
balloons
like
at
a
their
water
friends.
polo player?
Exactly.
And you know how like the
Something
water
like that.
turns like dark blue
Oh,
if there's pee in it?
yeah.
Yeah.
They're professional
So-
water polo player.
So we zoom out, right? And we just see like this game of water polo being played. And then we zoom in on the goalie and like in voiceover is like, I suffer with incontinence. And then you just show like the water's dark blue around him. And everyone's screaming.
He says, I suffer with incontinence, but I can levitate my ass off. And I can play a mean banjo. you come up with all these positives to associate with
Exactly.
it.
Now we gotta find a name for this drug. It's usually got an X and a Y and a Z in it.
It does.
X incontinence.
That's tough.
No.
No.
Zylproline.
Zioproline. Zioproline's close to how they normally sound.
That's true.
It really can't mean anything's the bad part. You can't be clever because it just doesn't mean anything.
But what
Yeah.
if we like appeal to like a newer generation, like something that's like more palatable, like a hydro pill. Yeah, just
Hydro pill.
it's like, yeah,
Sure, pill it.
It's a pill with
That's-
water in it.
yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't mean anything. It means that, but it's just a name. It's just more palatable, you know.
I don't know, like Huggies to go or something.
Exactly. That's very palatable.
I think we should make the pill quite large, probably like, several inches long. And we say,
Yeah.
do not take with water.
He's raw dog that shit down the throat.
Yeah. We'll say like, is flammable when, touches water.
Don't
But
crush.
but it will let you levitate. So keep that in
Yeah,
mind.
it will let you levitate. There's a big bonus. It's only going to last like a week.
Side effects include levitation, incontinence, hearing loss,
Extreme ability to play the banjo.
extreme
I'm thinking
desire.
of one. Yeah. Slight bioluminescence.
Increased visibility.
Yeah.
Webbed toes.
And then I don't know.
I think so. At the beginning, we just show like a normal human being, right? And like, I suffer with incontinence, and then like zoom out, show like the water is dark next to them, go through all the side effects, and at the end just show like some freak of nature.
Yeah, pretty much. But at least they don't have incontinence anymore.
Yeah, at least they don't have incontinence.
There we go. We solved the big pharma advertising dilemma.
It's really just a vision issue. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's like if you really apply it to the younger generations, we'll push that shit on TikTok for you. You don't even have to worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there we go.
I wanted to talk about Oreo's slogan. They claim to be milk's favorite cookie.
That's true.
Who's talking for milk here? I mean, come on.
Milk doesn't have an opinion. It comes from cows.
Exactly. I don't think Oreo is milk's favorite cookie. I think milk is Oreo's favorite drink, if you really think about it.
Oh, favorite sauce, if you will.
Yeah, possibly favorite sauce, but like
No, it's not.
because you're not gonna mix Oreo with orange juice or like something else like that.
Yeah.
Milk you can mix with all sorts of cookies.
Have you ever had Oreos with chocolate milk?
No,
I
I've never
haven't.
had that.
Is that better?
It's good. It's good.
Yeah. I feel like Oreos with hot chocolate would be really good too.
Whoa.
Mm.
Okay.
I don't know about that. I feel like when you're dipping a cookie in a liquid, it needs to be cold.
You think so? Because like Oreos are cold, so normally if it's like a hot cookie into cold milk, that's good.
Now, have you ever microwaved an Oreo?
I've never. That sounds awful, actually.
I've never done it either, but this conversation kind of makes me want to.
I think it would get all chemically and kind of deteriorate.
Well, what if you just put one in like a toaster oven?
It's already really crisp. That doesn't seem good.
All right, so David, your argument is Oreo can't speak on the behalf of milk. So
No.
what would be milk's favorite cookie?
That is my question. I'm thinking Milk's favorite cookie is like a very high quality, hot, like probably chocolate chip cookie.
Like a homemade chocolate chip.
Yeah, like a homemade, fresh chocolate chip cookie.
Not some like Nabisco store-ass,
No,
bot-ass freaking
No,
cookie.
not like
man.
some Chips Ahoy or something. None of that.
No way. Just a homemade chocolate chip cookie.
Does this homemade chocolate chip cookie have nuts in it or no nuts?
No, never nuts.
I'm thinking no nuts. It depends on the chewiness of the cookie, but probably no nuts.
Okay.
Never nuts.
What's the perfect ideal texture of a cookie?
Crunchy.
No, I'm not a crunchy cookie guy. I want it to have a little bit of crunch on the edges, but I do want it to have some chewiness in the middle.
Yes,
Not
Dave is
gooey.
100% right.
No. Let me
Yes.
speak. Let me speak.
Okay.
A crunchy cookie is a good cookie, and science knows this.
I
Because
gotta
I'm a
disagree.
scientist, and I say it's sciencey.
Ben, a crunchy cookie is an overcooked cookie. It's a burnt
Yeah.
cookie.
No, a crunchy cookie is a delicious cookie.
It's a burnt cookie.
No, I hate having like the sandy texture of just like a dry cookie
Yeah.
filling my mouth. It's bad.
Because you don't
Okay,
always have that milk there, Ben. You don't always have that milk there.
Okay, are you familiar with Amy's famous chocolate chip cookies? The little bag of cookies, the little tiny cookies.
I think I've seen it, but no.
I've heard of them, never had them.
They're crunchy as hell, but they're the most delicious chocolate chip. Like they're the size of probably like a silver dollar. They're tiny.
See, that's the difference. They're tiny. If I'm gonna
They're
have
tiny.
a nice,
And
a
they're
nice
very crunchy.
hand, like a palm of your hand size cookies, the perfect size, if you ask me.
Yep.
It needs to be a little chewy. The little
No.
crunchy, tiny thing. If it's gonna be crunchy, it's gotta be tiny, like the Amy's you're talking about. But that's a biscuit. That's not a cookie.
That's not a biscuit. That's a cookie.
That's a biscuit.
Do you know where the cookie originated from?
Where did the cookie originate from? Please
The cookie
enlighten me.
originated from people testing out the temperature of the oven so they could cook bread. They would put just some sort of dough in there to see how hot the oven was, and whatever comes out, that was the cookie. They would just, if it was crunchy, it was hot enough. If it was soft, it was obviously not hot enough.
We've
So-
perfected the cookie past a temperature test, all right? I'm not going to go out
Yeah.
and eat thermometers.
Okay, yes, we've perfected the recipe, but the history still stays the same. Obviously, if it's a soft cookie, the oven's
No.
not hot enough. And in today's standards, if it's a soft cookie, the soft cookie is like, that's trash. We throw that shit away.
I like my cookies like I like my pizza. Crunchy on the outside, a little bit chewy, gooey on the middle, you know? Not gooey for a cookie, but for
No,
pizza,
that's
yeah.
a raw cookie.
It's not a
No,
raw cookie if
Ben.
it's chewy.
Yes, it needs to have a little crunch on the edges for some texture, because you do need some texture, but the rest just melts in your mouth.
Exactly.
You guys are
The
talking
only
about
cookie-
a brownie.
The only cookie that is allowed to be crunchy is a shortbread,
Mm-hmm.
And that's because they're disgusting.
or maybe a gingerbread.
I don't want gingerbread to be crunchy either. Gingerbread needs to be chewy all the way. Every part of it needs to be chewy.
Hear me out. You only eat the gingerbreads, gingerbread men anyways, for the icing and the M&Ms.
That's not true. That's not true. There's a very good bakery in Houston who makes excellent gingerbread men. They're chewy. They're not the trash you get from like Walmart.
Is there no icing on it though?
No icing?
That's ginger snap then.
That's not. It's not a snap. There's no snap to it. It's all
It's
chew.
a snap.
It
It's
doesn't snap.
chewy. That's a molasses cookie then.
That's fine. I'm happy with it. Tastes
Yeah,
good.
That's not
I
a
think that is-
ginger cookie.
Is it in the shape of a human, David?
It's in the shape of a person and it tastes like ginger.
Oh, he's got a thing here.
Huh.
But that's not normal. Let's be real.
It's not normal, but it's excellent.
I would be willing to try that, David.
Oh,
I would
come down
as
to
well.
Houston. I'll show you some.
Can I ask you guys, do you guys ever eat gingerbread houses? Obviously, with the houses, they need to be a little more structural, so they're not chewy. But do you ever eat them?
No.
I've had parts of them, but you don't buy them to eat them.
It's more of decoration, right?
Yep.
You eat some little candy off of it and you call it a day.
So when people say Americans waste food, this is what they're talking about, right?
Yeah, this is exactly what we're talking about.
Chris, do you remember
You know
the
what the
last
issue
time?
is?
Do you remember the last time we made a gingerbread house and we literally took like a Dremel to the side of the gingerbread house to create a backdoor entrance because it was our gingerbread crack house. Do you remember
Yeah,
that?
exactly. Yes, I do remember that. If you can't get it to stand up and the icing, because sometimes the icing can be hard to use, honestly, you can just use a hammer and some nails.
Yep.
No one's going to eat it. You're right.
Yeah, no one's going to eat it. Or glue
The
those
roof
glue
of-
those gumdrops on.
Exactly.
Get some wood
Yeah, if
glue.
nobody's gonna eat it, yeah, get some wood glue. But the roof of that house was made purely of steel because we
Exactly, yeah.
we,
I
we
remember.
made it look like steel.
Now, David,
Yes.
do you guys just throw away your gingerbread houses?
My family is very against waste, so we do actually eat it. I don't do a lot of the work there.
Okay. What
We eat most of it, but we throw away like at least one or two houses.
what our family does is we take like a hammer and we smash them.
That sounds like more fun because we gotta slave away at eating those things.
Yep. Take a hammer, you smash it to pieces, and then you just pick up the pieces you want to eat. You take about one bite, and you're like, "Oh, this tastes like shit," and then
I'm
you throw it
convinced-
away.
That for the big display ones, they just use actual cardboard.
Yeah, maybe.
Honestly, probably.
I don't think they're using cookies and attracting.
The only thing I would eat
vermin.
off of a gingerbread house is maybe like the gumdrops.
Yeah, that's what most people
True.
do.
Yeah.
But maybe this begs the question: what's a gingerbread house's favorite drink? Maybe that's why no one eats it. It's missing a drink.
Maybe it's
Eggnog?
eggnog.
Eggnog? That sounds awful with a gingerbread house.
You just
It's worth a
douse it in
shot, though.
eggnog.
Yeah, it's
Well,
worth a
It would
shot.
obviously have some alcohol in it.
Yeah, it needs to be kind of hot, alcoholic eggnog. Is eggnog served hot or is it served cold? Am I missing something?
I think it's both.
Okay, I can't remember.
I think it's mostly cold. 'cause
Okay,
it
there's
has
one
eggs in
Christmas
it.
drink served hot that I'm thinking of too.
Wassail. I think you're thinking
I don't
of.
know.
the hell?
Wassau's like apple cider.
Oh yeah, that is what I'm thinking of.
See, I don't drink eggnog. It's
My
just
dad
not for
likes
me.
it.
It's a bit of an older generation kind of thing.
He is a boomer, so yeah.
Yeah, the younger generation, we just stick to the regulars. Like it's
Yeah.
a cranberry vodka all year round. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the time of year.
That's definitely a Christmas drink. You could rock up to Grandma's house drinking cranberry
Yeah,
vodkas.
it's a screwdriver even if it's Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm. Howdy, y'all. Welcome to Accents and Impressions, where I give these fellas a character and a saying, and they try their darndest to do one of them fancy impersonations. The winner will be choosed based on which one of these mighty fine gentlemen gets me hooting and a hollering the most. Now let's get started faster than a greased up watermelon rolling down a slip and slide.
I'm excited to be here.
Welcome to Accents and Impressions.
All right, let's see what you have for us today.
So, for your first character, you're going to be doing Morgan Freeman. Is
Oh
everyone
my
capable of
God.
doing a Morgan Freeman impression here?
I don't know, man.
I think I could do one.
And I want you to say, Stupid Topics and Dilemmas is my favorite podcast. We're going to be using this as promo later.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy, yo, you really raised the stakes, huh?
I
let's
vote Ben
have-
goes first.
All right, yeah, let's have Ben go first.
Oh, what? All right, so is Morgan Freeman saying what?
Stupid Topics and Dilemmas is my favorite podcast.
All right, here it goes. Stupid Topics and Dilemmas is my favorite podcast.
You sound like an old Southern man.
He is an old Southern man.
I think he did grow up in the South.
Yes.
All right.
David, do you even know what Morgan Freeman sounds like?
Of course, I know what he sounds like. He sounds like this.
All right, I'll have a shot at it. What's the sentence again? Can I hear it?
Stupid Topics and Dilemmas is my favorite podcast.
Stupid Topics and Dilemmas is my favorite podcast. No, wait, no. Can I get
I
it?
liked
Oh
that
my
one, though.
God,
I liked that one.
that was like the most like Southern
I
Well,
liked
because
that one.
I was thinking
cowboy
Southern.
I've ever heard.
I thought that was good. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I guess I
okay.
make up the rules here, so I like
I can't-
Chris's more.
I must have done pretty bad then.
I can't. I can't think of Morgan Freeman unless of like I think of Southern for some reason.
I don't know why that
Yeah.
is.
It's hard. He doesn't play a big role in the modern roles.
No,
these
he's
days.
kind of taking a
a
break, I
backseat.
guess. He used to be a lot
Yeah.
bigger.
Well, he is old.
Yeah, I haven't heard him in a while.
He is old. I guess he's taking a break.
Alright, so Chris won that one.
Chris did win that one.
Dang.
I will say it's a hollow victory, Ben.
For the next one, we're going to do Scooby-Doo. I want you to say, uh-oh, Shaggy, you caught COVID.
I'm gonna lose this. I already know.
How
now.
did I know this was coming? Yeah, you are gonna lose this.
Let's have Chris go first.
Okay, hold on. Can you say the sentence again?
Uh-oh, Shaggy, you caught COVID.
Ruh-roh, Shaggy, you caught COVID.
All right.
Not bad.
Ree.
Dang,
Ree.
that's Yoda.
That's Shaggy. That's
That's
no, that's
that's
No,
Scooby-Doo.
that's Yoda.
no,
that's
Scooby
not.
goes.
That's
Ree.
Yoda.
Yoda does not do that.
Ben, if you don't know what
Yes,
Scooby's
he
laugh is, it
does.
does not bode well for you.
When does Scooby Doo ever laugh?
All the time.
You're thinking of Yoda.
Yoda
It's
does
my
not
show. I make
laugh.
up the rules here.
I
Yoda
don't think
never
Yoda's
laughs.
ever laughed.
Yoda laughs. Yoda's a troll. He like gets
All
on
right.
Luke's
Order,
back and he's
order.
like,
Ben, I need to hear your impression.
all right, let me hear the sentence one more time.
Uh-oh, Shaggy. You caught COVID.
All right, here it goes. Ruh-roh, Raggy, you got COVID.
It's disgusting every time, Ben. It sounds like you're just... I don't know why you always do an Asian man. It's awful. Stop doing that.
Come on, Ben.
That's a decent Scooby Doo. What are you talking about?
It could almost be Scooby-Doo, but you're definitely doing an Asian guy, and it's not
Come
it's not
on.
tasteful.
Oh my gosh.
I'll give it to you anyways. I liked it, but I'm not impressed by you.
All right, I got it, Chris. What do you
Well,
think about that?
for the listeners, Ben practices this on a daily.
He does practice this. He goes up to people and says, "Ruh-roh, Raggy," and they slap him all the time.
Well, yeah. But
I'm surprised you
it's
haven't got Title IX at your college yet.
It's not Title IX. That's for gender.
Is it? I thought that was just for being mean.
You're being
Whatever.
mean. Title IX.
I thought that's how it worked. I don't know.
You should meet some of the other people at this college.
All right. For your last character, you're going to do Darth Vader. You're going to say, "Luke, I am your Uber."
All right, this one's Chris for sure. Chris goes first.
We're doing Darth Vader again?
Ben special requested it.
Oh, because he didn't get to do it last time.
He
Can
really
we
wanted
have
to do
the
it.
special music?
Ben, hold on. Let me cue it in right now. Wait, hold on. That's the wrong music. Okay.
I hold on to the wrong thing.
Okay, there you go. Okay, now you can go, Ben.
Oh, I'm going first.
He switched it on you.
Sorry, I cued in the
All
wrong
right,
music.
All right. What's the sentence again?
Luke, I am your Uber.
All right, here it goes.
What the hell?
It sounded like you were talking through like a mask or something, not the Darth Vader thing. You have to try to finish that one up.
Why was it so nasally?
Let me try.
Try to add some substance to it this time, Ben. A little bit of depth, you know?
Oh my gosh. Okay, let me try again. That wasn't fair.
Go again. Go
Okay.
again.
All right, Chris, cue back in the music.
Luke, I am your Uber driver.
Not bad. Not bad.
I think Chris is going to have a hard time beating this one.
It wasn't bad. I was impressed.
That was pretty damn perfect,
Yeah,
don't you
it's-
think, Chris?
It was all right, but you had to take 2 chances.
Yeah, you did have to take 2 chances.
Okay, the first one was a mulligan. It's happy hour. It's happy hour.
I don't know.
All right, now it's time for my go. Can I have the sentence again?
Luke, I am your Uber.
Okay. I haven't even started yet.
I'm just laughing at Ben laughing. I think he's trying to stall you out.
All right, go ahead.
Ben, I need you to not screw me up, okay?
He's trying to make you take a mulligan too, just to even it out.
Come on. Come on. Okay. That's enough.
All right. All right.
It's because he knows it's going to be good.
That's got to be it.
Luke, I am your Uber. Join the dark side.
All right, not bad, not bad. I'm very impressed.
David, may I add that it only took me one chance?
It did. You were stalled out a couple times, but you never started whenever you were stalled out.
That never that doesn't have anything to do with the competition. You know,
Maybe
it's
whenever
it's
you're
the
running
final
this-
take. It's the final take that counts.
Maybe in your kangaroo court, it has no bearing.
Whenever you go onto The Voice and you sing your little song and you mess up, you don't say, hold on, can I have another chance at it? No, you get one and done.
Okay, but on
Mm-hmm.
The Voice, they don't just walk up on stage and the judges are like, "All right, you have to sing Carry On My Wayward Son." No, they practice before they walk out there.
Hey, you don't know that. Have you ever been on The Voice?
Yeah.
No, but I'm a avid Voice follower.
You're getting pretty, I don't know, aggressive for.
Yeah, you can be pretty defensive.
Yeah, you don't even know what
All right.
you don't even know how it's come out yet.
Okay, David, who wins?
You're not
Can we-
making yourself
David,
look
before
good,
you
I'll tell
say-
that much.
Can we do it
Yeah.
based off of a point system, all right?
Point system.
So,
I
like,
was thinking
rate
that
them.
myself.
Rate them and say,
Yeah,
so
let's see, out of 10. So for the Morgan Freeman ones, let's see. I did like Chris's a lot. I'm gonna give that one at least an 8. Ben's wasn't bad.
What?
I'm gonna give Ben's like a 6. It wasn't bad. 2 points less than Chris's.
Mine has been very bad.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't good though. I only think I didn't really like Chris's Scooby Doo one. I'm gonna give that one like a 4.
appreciate it.
Ben's was disgusting, but it was still pretty good.
But accurate.
Accurate to Scooby Doo, not a very specific disenfranchised group, correct? I give him a 7 there. That was not bad. And for Darth Vader, I'm gonna give Chris a 10 for Darth Vader.
Oh, 10
No.
out of 10.
It was
No
it was
way.
a nice Darth Vader.
That was not a good Darth Vader.
What was so bad about his Darth Vader, Ben?
I don't know, but it was horrible compared to mine.
If you can't think of anything bad to say, Ben, then that means it was damn good.
Here's what I liked about Chris's. He kept the reverberation, the echo, when he was still saying the words. Whenever you said the words, you dropped it all completely, like you just took the mask off, which isn't Darth Vader. Aside from that, I did like your breathing. So I would give you an 8 there, but I got a minus at least a point for having to do a mulligan. So there's another 7.
Oh, come on.
So that's a 20 versus a 22. It was a close game.
So what's the end score?
Chris won by 2 points. Would be by 1 point if Ben didn't take the mulligan. But Chris, you are this week's winner.
Haha, undefeated champion right here.
Undefeated champion in accents and
Okay,
impressions.
he's had the most practice on Darth Vader.
He
this
has.
is my first time.
And it
Ben,
shows. It
you
shows.
special requested it, all right?
You
special
did,
requested
and you
it.
failed
you
to prepare.
knew it was going to come. You knew it was going to happen. So you had a week to prepare.
I didn't know it was gonna happen. First of all, this was new to me, and
How
second
bad's
of all,
your
you guys,
memory?
you guys made me laugh during mine.
You made yourself laugh.
Ben, can I just say that I couldn't even start mine because you were laughing at me?
Exactly. There was some sabotage that I didn't deduct points for, but maybe I should have.
Okay, but Chris's Morgan Freeman was just like a Southern mountain man.
I still liked it. I don't know.
I will say my Morgan Freeman wasn't of high quality, but, you know,
I
I'm
liked
not
it.
the judge. I respect the judge.
It
And just-
resonated with me. I don't know why, but it did.
It hit home.
All right,
It did.
I'm a graceful loser. I will come back next time, and I will win.
Yeah, whenever you go against me, I'll crush you.
That's not true. I will crush you.
Next time, I'll host them, so I'll give you guys a chance. We'll have a loser's bracket, and we'll see who...
Loser. Oh,
Who
I
comes
guess
on
it is a
top?
loser's bracket.
All
I
right,
was a little
fine.
offended
It's
there
a
for a
loser's
second.
bracket, but then the winner goes against Chris again.
All right, I like that.
All right, there we go.
I might sabotage just so I can host again. All right. right, guys. So I just got done watching Game of Thrones. And something that I kind of noticed halfway through is that they have all these big battle scenes, and then they show these horses just absolutely eating it in the middle of it. And horses are famously delicate creatures. If they break a leg, they die, you know?
Yeah.
So I've been wondering how they do it. And they have these horses just like falling all over the place, ramming into people, doing things horses just wouldn't be willing to do. So like, are these trained stunt horses? Are these CGI? I don't know how they do it.
So are you asking about the horses in the movie or like horses in real life?
Horses in like TV shows and movies. How do they get them to do these crazy stunts?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to just say I have not seen Game of Thrones, so
That's okay. You can guess though.
yeah.
We're experts.
I have a counter question though, David,
Yeah.
because orcs are typically very easy to kill as well. How do
Okay.
they get the orcs to die like willingly in the movies?
That's an excellent question.
Like if you shoot an orc with an arrow in like the forearm, they're dead. They're on the ground bleeding out.
Mhm.
If you shoot a human in the forearm, they're gonna kill 15
Yeah,
more
they
orcs
still keep
before they
going.
even fall. Yeah.
You know what it is?
What is it?
They take out a life insurance policy on the orc before they sign him to the show. So the orc's more willing to do it for his family.
Yeah. Okay.
For Valhalla.
That's fair.
Exactly.
That's very fair.
But I don't think they're doing that with the horses. These horses
you
aren't
don't-
taking life insurance.
You don't typically take out a life insurance policy on a horse, do you, Chris?
No.
Probably not. And David, may I add that it's very kind of you to think of the horses.
I was worried.
You know, when watching that movie, there's a lot of things you could be thinking of: the dragons, the people. But you're thinking about the
Well,
horses.
the dragons. The dragons are obviously CGI. And the people, some of them are riding the horses. So I'm like, well, they'll be okay. But the horses, I'm like, this guy, he does not look like he's having a good time. He doesn't look CGI to me either. I know CGI is advanced, but back then it was like 2013 when that horse fell all over the place. So,
Well, paint the scene for us. So what exactly is this horse doing?
okay, so this horse is charging forwards, very muddy terrain, charging right at a person. Maybe it hits them, I don't exactly remember, but then it rears up and just falls on its side. I don't know how you get a horse to do that intentionally. And then do a couple takes of it.
Maybe they've got padding or something.
Maybe. I think they give the horses personal protective equipment.
Or maybe the horses have like stunt doubles.
Maybe it's
I
a
like that.
robotic horse.
It could be a robotic horse. I don't
You know what-
I like the
You know
stunt
what they
double
do,
idea.
right? For CGI, for animals, they put humans in like horse suits with like green horse suits.
Okay.
So maybe they're on like a person.
So you're saying there's two people running across the field. One person, like in between them, kind of supported. They lift the front person up into the air with the third person still on their back. And the back person, very strong, mind you, just suplexes them into the ground.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I want to find these people. They should be pushing their talents somewhere else.
No wonder this series is so highly rated.
Yeah. The horse stunts.
Imagine like being casted for that part. You know, you like congratulations, you're gonna be in Game of Thrones. You know, it's a high honor. You know, what's my part? You're front horse number 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
You gotta take a dive with your head between someone else's scrotum.
Yeah. And they really don't do this in too many other shows or movies. I haven't seen horses just, injuring themselves and all sorts of things.
I have another question for you guys. Have you ever noticed in movies, anytime there's like a bear or like any sort of animal, it's always the exact same sound effect in every
Yeah.
single movie? You've noticed
Yeah.
that?
They have like canned sounds.
Can you reproduce the bear sound for us, David?
I
There's
would like to
only
hear you-
one. There's only one. Can you do it for us?
I don't think I can. I don't think I can. I wouldn't deign to.
I'll try.
You'll try?
It's like, oh,
No,
And that's it.
Nope, that is not it.
That's not it. It's more like,
That is it.
"Whoa."
Oh, it comes out. David does
Yeah.
have one.
Yeah, you inspired me a little bit.
Ah,
Chris, do
okay.
you want to give it a shot too?
Yeah,
or no?
Chris. This is our third bit of accents impressions.
I guess it'd be something like that, right?
That's not bad. Yeah, it's got a little bit more throat to it. You're right.
It's not okay. Yeah, you got the throat, but it doesn't capture like the what the sound is, like the generic sound.
Well, it's better
Yeah.
than when you did. You just went. You sound like a cow. You just went. "Mrrr."
Yeah, you did.
But that's what the canned bear sounds like. Actually, you did
Do you
a great
think they do
throat.
it as like an Easter egg? Because I've noticed they do it a lot, and it gets to the point where it's like, kind of takes you out of it. You're like, oh god,
Yeah.
there's the Wilhelm scream again.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's an Easter egg. I think it's literally just
It's
Lazy.
a budget issue.
they pull it out of a database. Like it's probably be really hard to create a new bear sound every time you make it.
I don't think so. You go to the zoo, you throw a rock at one. It's not that hard.
Yeah, but versus the probability of someone actually noticing.
Hey, the effort.
I guess
it
we
shows.
all noticed. Yeah, you're right.
I notice it when it's a canned one. When it's not a canned one, it won't take me out of it. You know.
Have you guys seen the movie commercial for Cocaine Bear?
I've heard of
For
it, but I
what?
haven't seen it. No.
Based on a true story, apparently.
Yeah.
It's.
Sure it is.
I looked up
It
the
is.
true story. It's very far off the true story, but it is based off a true story.
Very real. That's what you meant to say.
I'm sure it is.
It's
it about,
It's
Chris?
stretching the truth. So, what's the movie about, or what the actual story's about?
Let's go with what the movie's about first.
So the movie is about this bear that got addicted to cocaine and starts killing people.
He got into a stash of it or something.
Well, you can
Yeah.
stop right there.
So
Yep.
in the movie, what they said is like, or the trailer, I haven't seen it, but like, Colombian, people were flying over and some of the cocaine dropped out of the plane or something. A bear found it, got addicted to it, and started killing people.
Yeah.
That's the movie.
Went on a cocaine field rampage.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And so I looked up what the real story is, and because it said based on a true story, I was like, really? This happened? I looked it up. Yes, a bear did find cocaine, and yes, it did like snort the cocaine, but it didn't go on a rage-fueled, rampage, started killing
Yeah.
everyone. It just snorted the cocaine, and that was it.
Yeah, I think I heard about this before the movie came out, and I really didn't remember it killing people, but I was like, I guess it happened. I could see it happening.
I've also seen a trailer similar to this one, although it has nothing to do with cocaine. It's called Winnie the Pooh, Blood
I
and
knew
Honey.
You were gonna bring this up.
Oh, I think I haven't seen the
You heard
trailer,
of
but I
this?
think I've heard of it.
It has awful reviews.
It's not out yet, is it?
Critics got to see it though.
Oh, yeah. It's about Winnie the Pooh and Eeyore like go on a murderous rampage
Oh,
because
God.
like Christopher Robin like ditched them or something, and they go.
It was made purely for the joke. I can already tell you that. Just to piss off Disney for them losing license.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Paddington to come out with a horror movie.
Oh my
Don't do that to
gosh.
Paddington. I love the Paddington movies.
Just imagine Eeyore and Winnie the Pooh like walking up behind you while you're just bathing in a hot tub and just murdering you.
You think Eeyore got cured of depression before or after he killed someone?
It's hard to say because I think his depression in specific might be because he has the memory of, taking someone's life, and that's
Oh.
scarring.
That's true. This might be a prequel. Hard to say. We'll have to see where this fits into the Winnie the Pooh timeline.
Yeah, we'll have viewers. If you haven't seen the movie already, I think you should go watch it. We are not
don't.
sponsored.
I think it's a waste of your money, but go for it.
Go for it and tell us how it turns out.
All right, we solved nothing there, but I liked it.
Our horse is CGI'd? Well, we don't know, but we know Winnie the Pooh came out with a movie. Well, that's all we have for today. We learned that pharmacy commercials are highly inaccurate, and if you're going to make a gingerbread house, we recommend using nails and some wood glue. Now, if you like this podcast, please consider giving us a follow on whatever platform you're listening with. If you have any questions or topics you would like us to cover, or if you just want a shout out, please contact us at podcastdilemmas@gmail.com. I'll put a link in the description. Or you can message us through one of our various social media sites, and if you'd like to support us, check out our Patreon by clicking the link below. But that's going to be goodbye for me. David and Ben, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Shout out to all you viewers who use toilet paper correctly.
I'm with y'all. I use it the same way as all y'all.
No, you don't, you liar.
Shut up, David. No, you don't.
I don't do it that way.
Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you in the next one. See ya.
I'm not impressed by you.